Hello, you guys. Miss Steele here. I'm here at the bottom, and these are my hands. And so what we're going to create today, I'm actually going to take off my lanyard so it's not jingling. What we're going to create today is a sea turtle with a color wheel on its back because we're talking about color this week. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper, just the normal size, a pencil, and then something to color with. I'm using markers, but you can use crowns instead if you want. So pretty simple, not too much stuff that we need. So our first step is either drawing a circle, or if you have something round in your house, you can trace that instead. I have a piece of cardboard from a pizza, but that's too big. And then I have a lid from ice cream, but I think I might do this one. It's just a lid from butter, I think. So I'm going to hold it down in the middle, holding it with one hand, and then with my other hand, moving as I need to, I'm going to trace around it. So now I have my circle. And this is going to be our turtle's back. So we want to start our color wheel. And we need 6 different pieces in here, but that's sometimes hard to do. But I'm going to show you guys a little trick. So what I do is first I draw an X through my circle. So to draw an X, it's one sideways line, and then another sideways line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine, this is a little bigger than that, but that's okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But we need 2 more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line through the middle. So I drew an X, and then I took a line through the middle. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not perfectly even, but that's all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to color this in so it looks like this. The color wheel. Look at that. It's hard for me to speak right now. So it looks like the color wheel. So I'm going to pull out our 3 primary colors to color in, which our 3 primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. So we have our circle, and now we have our 3 primary colors. I'm using markers. You can use markers or crowns or colored pencils. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color one in with each of these colors, but I'm going to leave a space in between. So I'm going to make this one red. So I'm staying inside my lines the best I can. And I'm going to color this one in red. So now that one's red. I'm going to not color in the one next to it. I'm going to leave this one white for right now. And then I'm going to color this one in using, you know what, blue. Let's do blue. I was going to do yellow for a second, but I was like, no, we can do blue right here. So I like to trace around the outside first and then color it in. Move it so you guys can see it a little bit more. So now I have that colored in blue. So now I don't want to put it next to the blue because I want to leave a space. So I'm going to make this one yellow. So I'm taking my yellow and I'm going around the edges before I color it in. And now I'm going to color this one in yellow. So now we have our 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. In between these, we're going to put our secondary colors. So our secondary colors are the colors that are made whenever we mix our primary colors together. So now what you want to pull out is orange, purple, and green. So we're going to put these in the right spots because we don't want to put them just anywhere. We want to put them where these two mix together to make that color. So I'll start right here. So yellow and red. In this white spot, I want to put orange because that is what's made whenever you mix red and yellow together. So if you mix together red and yellow, you get orange. It almost looks like a beach ball for a second, but it'll look more like a turtle the longer we go. So now this is orange. So red and yellow together make orange. So now we'll move it over here and we have this white spot. So I want to put whatever color these two mix together to make. So blue and yellow together make green. So I'm going to color this one in green. I'm taking my time. I'm trying to stay in the lines because I want this to look nice. I'm not rushing. I'm focusing. So now we have our green. So that leaves our last open spot, which would be purple. Red and blue together, mixed together to make purple. So I'm going to color this in purple. Getting all my white spots covered. Beautiful. So these kind of look similar on the camera, but if you look down there, you can see the difference. Unfortunately, this document camera kind of makes blue and purple look the same, but hopefully down here you can see that. Whoop, let me scoot it over, hold it up. Hopefully you can see the difference a little bit more. Sorry, you guys were seeing the top of my head. So now we have our color wheel, but we're going to go ahead and turn this into a sea turtle. So what we need to do for that is we need to add on a tail at the back because sea turtles have a little round tail like that. And then we're going to give him some feet as well. So there's one. Here's the other. So now we drew our tail and our 2 feet. In the front, we want to draw one arm and then another arm. So now he has his tail and his arms. And the last thing we need to add is one big circle for his head. So now our sea turtle has legs, arms, a little tail, and a head. If you want, you can add a little face to your sea turtle. I think I'm going to give him a smile and some eyes. So there's my sea turtle's smile and eyes. And now I can color these in whatever color I want to. So I think I'm going to use light green. So I'm going to color these in right now, and I will be back. So now I have my sea turtle all colored in, but I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to add in some details. So my first thing I'm going to do is put little dots in his eyes, and then I'm going to go over his smile as well. So now you can see his smile. And what I can do on the back is I can add some details to his shell just to make it look more interesting. So I'm going to go around and add maybe like a bumpy line around his shell, which we talked about lines last week whenever you guys were in art. So maybe you can think about what kind of line you want to add. So I'm going around and I'm adding my line to a shell. I'm taking my time and making for sure it looks nice. Oh, I like that. I can add in more details if I want to. Maybe I'll add in another design on top. You can add in whatever you want to your turtle shell. I'm just adding this just to give it a little more zhuzh, a little more pizzazz, make it look a little nicer. More details typically help whenever you're making art because it gives you more to look at whenever you add more details. It's more stuff for your eyes to focus on. So I'm adding this, and I'm adding a little line and a dot, just to add a little something. So I think my sea turtle's done. So my last step would be adding around him. Maybe you could put him in the ocean. Maybe you could put your sea turtle on the beach. So I'm going to create a little background for my color wheel sea turtle, and I will be back, kindergarten. All right, kindergarten, so I just finished adding in the background to my sea turtle. I have my color wheel on his back and a nice fun line going around the side. I decided to put him kind of on the beach and kind of in the water, almost like he was jumping in, because I couldn't decide whether I wanted to put him on the beach with sand or in the water. So I put him on the beach and I added a few little seashells and then also going into the water. Here it is right here. I'm going to hold it up here at the bottom. There it is right there. I'm excited to see how your guys' come out. Be sure to post a picture of it to the media album so I can see how nice it looks. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a good rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.